Welcome to the Aramco Powered by House studio. And I'm a bit speechless actually, because Anna Nordqvist, thank you for coming. You were my role model when I grew up playing golf. So
I'm humbled.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Now, the Powered by House studio is all about why you are excellent at golf and how you do it. So in terms of driving accuracy, I asked your caddy Jack over here. He said you're so accurate and you're 11th on the LPGA. You hit it 248, let's get it on the screen, 248 yards. And you know, the power energy meter 80%, but this is the money, 73% of fairways hit. So can you hit a few shots for us and talk to us about how you do that?
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, I obviously been on tour for a while and I grew up in an area where kind of you put more emphasis on accuracy versus driving distance. I think you see nowadays everyone's training speed from a very early age and everyone's coming out hitting it really far. So I try to chase speed a little bit over the years with different success. You got to do it the right way. Definitely helps to have speed, but obviously just never had it. So I got to play to my strengths, and that's hitting the fairway.
I love that, and we see that so often, how important it is for players like yourself and the best in the world always playing to their strengths. So right, you haven't had a warm-up, we're just firing you straight in, but you're one of the world's best, so.
Yeah, don't look at any numbers right now.
So let's talk about foundation, so set up with the driver.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been, I keep it quite simple. I never had, I mean, I'm 6'2". I just always been very slow. So like I really never been able to create a lot of club at speed. So, but my strength has always been that I've been very consistent. You know, the swing usually never changes a lot, and you know, tempo versus the first hole or the 72nd hole is usually very similar. So that's kind of how I approach the game. I have a TrackMan, I barely use it. Not a big fan of like looking at too many numbers, but it's just the way I kind of learned it. Like I want to know my swing, I want to learn my tendencies, and that's more important. That's the number what a TrackMan is going to say.
So let's start with the blueprint. Do you want to hit one and then we'll go from that? So
right,
in terms of ball flight, what do you aim for? Are you neutral
so
ball flight?
I've always been very straight.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like me for it and I think it's pretty boring, but I don't mind it. If anything, I like to hit a little bit of a draw. I used to more hit like a fade when I was young, and then I started like falling in love with the draw. Just, you know, because I like the flight better, and it seemed to go a little further for me too when I do, but very straight is always a good place.
And how do you create that with your setup with the driver?
I think it's just naturally. I think I take the club a little bit inside, so obviously the little inside out is helping me draw the ball, and I always keep it pretty simple.
Ball position?
Yeah, just kind of up in my stance, just inside my heel.
Yes.
I always use my lineman sticks in practice, trying to keep it the same.
And this man here, Jack.
Yeah,
the caddy.
fortunately to have my caddy Jack always kind of being on me if something's not looking right. I'm fortunate to have my coach out every now and then to you know, kind of look at tendencies and stuff like that. I tend to get a little bit quick in my backswing, and you know, always feel like try to hit a little bit harder. But you know, if I can keep a smooth rhythm back, I'm usually really good position.
Come on, Anna, let's see you hit one. I'm excited about this. I grew up watching this swing all the time. Exactly like that.
No idea.
No,
where
it's
it went.
perfect. It's straight down the middle.
Yeah, there you go.
It's driving accuracy, Anna. This
Yeah,
is what you're
perfect.
known for.
Yeah, in the little tree.
So you spoke about tempo, and sometimes it gets a little bit quick. You know, what do you do to help, you know, reset and get that rhythm?
I think it's just an awareness. I think when you're pumped up, you have adrenaline. I mean, certain terms like Solheim Cup, or you're coming down the stretch, or it gets a little bit more important. I think it's, you know, it's just so much going on, and you really can't feel that extra adrenaline kicking in. So for me, it's just, I think it's an awareness of getting reminded that, all right, think about, you know, a smooth start, smooth takeaway, kind of build that speed, or build a little bit, like create that tension before I hit it. A lot of times you try to hit it so hard, but I feel like when I'm in a good spot, or when I have that little extra adrenaline, I don't have to feel like I hit it harder, because it's just more effortless power.
And that's probably something you can discuss with Jack as well. And in terms of strategy, you know, how often are you pulling driver, and what do you need from Jack to feel confident when you're about to hit the driver?
I mean, I think the way the golf course is set up these days, for me, it's like driver on most holes. I think also I have to use it as a strength, knowing that even if it gets a little bit more narrow, you can still hit my driver and be in a good spot. And even if I miss it a little bit, I usually never too far off. Yeah, 3 was a good option, but I hit driver where I can. Here in Asia, it's usually pretty soft, so I think you feel like you hit it everywhere. But yeah, we always talk through it, give a good game plan. Sometimes they move up the tee boxes a little bit, and you try to find a good strategy that works for you and your game.
So you're just going full tilt, driver sends. Let's see another one. Let's see another one here. And what do you think technically is your superpower that makes you so consistent? Like, what do you think in your swing?
I think I've always been very, my swings never changed. Like I said, I never had the ability to create a lot of club head speed, so I don't really have, when I miss, it's not a lot going on in that sense. I wish I hit it further. I feel like it would be a lot of fun.
Speak to Bryson, get his power
experience
training
what
program.
It's like, but I think my swing's always been kind of on plane, just very simple and not a lot of movement. I'm tall, so I've always kind of fought like, feeling connected or feeling like I know where my body is. It's hard in wind. I saw that at the British Open and Scottish Open this year. You're all being blown over. But in general, I just try to keep it simple, have good posture. I work a lot on out in the gym just so I can feel, more consistent but also a little bit stronger over the ball.
So that's great for everyone at home. Always the fundamentals, using the bigger muscles, go into the gym. Go on, let's see another one.
Okay, let's see. Now that I'm warmed up.
That's lovely. And I think the best thing you've said here about being consistent is knowing your strengths. You know what works for you, and you know what makes you great. You've got the draws on tap there. You're ready to go this week.
I'm ready to go.
Happy with that one?
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much, Anna. I've literally grown up like everyone at home watching you, and I think you're an amazing role model.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for joining us, and play well this week.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.